Hello, and thank you for joining Andre Renee's Creative Cafe. This is a show that focuses on the arts and the artist's God-given talent. We strongly believe that you are your passion. And on today's show, we have Mr. Donald Thompson. Say hello to our listeners.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, it's good to have you.
Thank you for inviting us.
Indeed. Before we get into it with Mr. Thompson, and you're going to love this show, people, I guarantee you. Before we get into it, we want to remind you guys to go to my Facebook page, Andre Renee's Creative Cafe, and get your tickets for our wonderful branding event this Friday, September the 7th. Today is actually my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. So we're going to celebrate my birthday on September the 7th with you guys. We're going to have a live band. We're going to have some poets, some comedians come out and celebrate and rub shoulders with people that's in the industry like yourself, like myself. We're going to have radio hosts, poets. You don't want to miss this. This is our first annual branded event, and it's going to happen once every quarter. So today we're going to sing Happy Birthday. Okay, no, we're not. I'm so excited to have turned 25 one more time.
What a blessing.
I know, right? And next year, I think I'm going to be 25 again.
That's great.
It's a wonderful age. So, you are president and CEO of LEAP. What is LEAP?
LEAP, the acronym stands for London Education Abroad Project. It's a 2-week study abroad program in London, England.
Okay.
And I serve as its president and CEO. In the summer of 2019, we will be taking high school students, college students, and adults who have wanted to have such an experience. I have been a visiting professor in London, England for the past 2 summers, and so this will be my 3rd summer, but I will be taking guests with me.
So you're taking guests from the United States over to London?
Northwest Indiana, Chicagoland area. These are high school students, teachers, educators who would like to have this experience.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me when I tell you this. This is the truth. Our show is formed for events just like this. We are a show that focuses on the arts and the artist's God-given talent. We have a gentleman who's taken our children, our future, and studying abroad. Can I say that?
Yes, studying abroad. The emphasis of the organization is to create citizens of the world. And by having this experience, and many times when individuals take trips abroad, their suitcases are filled with souvenirs.
Right.
But we want these individuals, which we refer to as LEAP participants, for their minds to be filled with information.
Now, LEAP stands for what again?
London Education Abroad Project.
Now, is that a part of Aspire as well? Because I know you're working.
No, that's an independent organization.
Okay.
And we work with high schools and middle schools and colleges throughout the United States. I traveled throughout the United States making presentations on the program and soliciting students and adults to participate.
Now, music is just instrument? Do we have singers?
Well, we have dancers, we have singers, we have individuals who are interested in the visual as well as the performing arts.
Okay.
They will be involved with classes in Shakespearean theater during the mornings, and in the afternoon they will be feeded with live professional theater of Shakespeare at the International Globe there in London, England. And we've arranged to have a brunch in the backyard of William Shakespeare in Stratford.
Wow. Man, this is huge.
Well, we feel like that if we're going to do it, let's do it.
Let's do it right.
The students also will have a Q&A with the House of Parliament, and we will also journey to some of the touring sites, of course, but there will be 3 indigenous picnics and communities within the London area. 250 cultures reside in London, England. And many times individuals are not aware that there can be differences of opinion, but yet there can be grounds for commonality. So we want the students and the participants to have a picnic in 3 different communities where they can, have lunch with the locals, have conversations with the locals, and walk away with not only affirmation, confirmation, but also transformation of where they should be and where they should start their journeys if they have not started them.
Right. So, in your opinion, every child should be exposed to music?
Oh, absolutely. We have a 3 generations of a family that's going. The grandmother, the mother, and the child of the mother. And this
is
be
in 2019.
2019.
Okay.
This will be their first experience outside of the country.
So when you said children, students, and adults, that's what you refer
Yes.
to?
If the students are 15 or under, they must be accompanied by adult.
Indeed.
A parent.
Indeed.
But from 16 years up, there will not be needed an accompanying adult in that
age
regard.
Of consent, right?
Yeah, age of consent. And you know, one of the reasons why, while I was there 2 summers ago, as a visiting professor, I talked with educators of the United Kingdom, as well as educators who are colleagues of mine here in Northwest Indiana and the Chicagoland area. And one of the things is that generally when you're going to do a study abroad program, you're in a 4-year collegiate program.
Indeed.
And you're going the summer before your senior year.
Right.
But high school students, post-high school students, 1-year or 2-year associate students, that is a group that is not exposed to these kinds of opportunities.
I see.
And so that's why we're targeting that group of individuals for this particular project.
This is something that would impact them for the rest of their life.
Oh, absolutely.
This is a cultural event that they'll never forget.
Absolutely. And I am a product of that.
Okay.
You know, I did a study abroad program in Madrid, Spain, after high school, and my professional career has taken me into 3 continents and also all over the United States. And there is so much to be learned from a book, but there is an awful lot to be learned sitting across the table from other individuals.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, me as an author, of course, books are the way to go.
Oh, yes.
But hands-on experience. Before the show, we were talking about my Dr. Lawson, and we was talking about Dr. Carter.
Yes.
And Mr. Horn.
Yes, I'm very familiar with those individuals.
Dr. Lawson was my Charleston band teacher.
Right.
Right. Mr. Horn was Charleston. Then he became a principal, and then Mr. Carter was my 4-year band teacher at Westside High School.
Absolutely.
The best high school in Gary, ladies and gentlemen. And I will never forget drill teams, marches, band marches. I played the quads, and I remember the cadence to this day. I remember my first drum solo. I remember going to the 7th grade. We went to school counselor, and me and my mom was sitting down, and they was coming up with my curriculum, and they asked me, "What do you want to do?" I always wanted to go to the military. They said, "Well, what else you want to do?" And I was like, "I really don't know." So as he was going down the list, I started making a beat on the table. He said, "You're going to band." And I said, I was like, "I like that. I like that," and I love band. And so it brings even now I'm smiling.
Yeah.
And so played drums in the church. Music is something that you take with you for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Mr. Horn, when he was at Tolleson, no one in the Tolleson community needed alarm clocks to wake them up because the band started practicing at 6 in the morning.
Indeed. And I was one of those guys. When we come back, we're going to talk about your professional career. This commercial break is brought to you by St. Augustine Church of Gary, Indiana. Be right back here. Welcome back to Andre Renee's Creative Cafe, and we just want to remind you today is Andre Renee's birthday. We're 25 again, and we just want to reiterate that over and over and over again. So I'll see you Friday. Go to Andre Renee's Creative Cafe Facebook page, hit the link, and get your tickets today. Mr. Thompson, who takes children and adults overseas and give them a cultural experience they'll never forget. I'm trying to sign him now, but he's not allowing me. I don't know what's going on here. He said, "You're too old, buddy."
Well, no, 25 is fine. 25 is fine.
Right. Tell us about your college. Where did you start?
I did undergraduate work in elementary education. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in elementary education, a Bachelor of Science degree in music education, Bachelor of Science degree in management and healthcare management, which certifies me to be a music therapist.
Okay.
And then master's work in theology as well as in music.
Now that's right up my alley. I pastored for 2 years, so the theology, that's what's up.
Yeah, well, I explored that particular avenue because I provide music ministry services for 3 services. So one at 7:30 with a Catholic diocese, a Lutheran service at 9, and then at Van Buren Missionary Baptist Church at 11 o'clock. So I'm sending up timber.
I see. So we're going to send them an invoice.
Certainly.
Now, the red carpet, was that Trinity or was that Van Buren?
The red carpet.
The picture you said when they had the red carpet on.
No, that red carpet was an event that I was doing in Tinley Park. We were doing a birthday celebration for Joe Jackson.
The Joe Jackson.
The Joe Jackson, who
Put,
passed away recently.
Put the belt down to Joe Jackson. Yeah,
that's exactly right. I've worked with that organization, a family, in doing events in this area, and so we had a birthday celebration for him a year or so ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
That looked just like Trinity Church.
Oh, did it?
Yes, I thought it was Trinity. The drums set up. I saw the drums. And so it was in the glass cage, and they have red carpet.
I see.
And that's what I was like, that's Trinity. Just like, you have to see it to believe it.
Okay.
It's the setup. It's just the same. And that organ is right there. You couldn't tell me that was Trinity. But obviously you know. So that's good work with Joe Jackson Foundation. You guys look that up, stand behind that. Music is everything. So music therapy. Now, I know there's art therapy. We had a client in New York to buy our books, and she's also an art therapist. So tell us about music therapy. How music comes to Savage Beast?
Well, we started out with pet therapy.
Okay.
With patients and hospices or nursing homes, and then we went to art therapy, pet therapy, and now music therapy. And really, it has been proven that if individuals are readying for surgery, that the music therapy prior to surgery allows them to come into a place where their surgery is not filled with anxiety.
Right.
So it works in the same way as does pet therapy and as well as art therapy.
Useless information, but then again, maybe it's not. I was a chaplain, volunteer chaplain at Southlake, and I saw a study that anyone that's been prayed for, whether they're in the hospital, whether they know it or not, the people that you're praying for have a quicker recovery, whether they have knowledge of the prayer or not, and the people who's not didn't have a quicker recovery.
Yeah.
So it's scientifically proven, ladies and gentlemen, that prayer works. Remember
Yes, it
that.
does.
It's scientific, and science and religion, they're not friends at all.
No.
So let's just be clear there. So to have that anxiety removed through music, that's when I meditate at night. And I don't do the traditional meditation, but I have my music, and that's how I write, that's how I plan, that's how I look towards the future, that's how I resolve the conflict within. Because sometimes at the end of the day, you like, oh, you deal with kids.
Well, music provides that message and the messages that allows you to take a moment back and reflect.
Indeed.
And to move forward.
Indeed. Music is a wonderful thing, and it's biblical. How can you get these points across to children?
Well,
at what ages do you start?
In terms of when I was owner of a vocal and instrumental development studio for 25 years, and I start students at second grade level, but at this particular time, most of my instruction is at the middle, high school, and collegiate level. So I don't do as much private instruction as I used to. I do more group instruction. With the Aspire Charter Academy program, its board of directors, which was founded under the late Richard Comer, who was a citizen of the Gary community. He was formerly deputy mayor of the city of Gary. He, along with many other members, were the founders of the charter school, Aspire Charter Academy. They had a strong commitment to visual and performing arts. So we have, for the past 7 years, funded fully by the board, have provided about 100 experiences for students to have study in visual performing arts, dance, vocal, theater, studio art from 9 to 12 noon every Saturday once school starts through June. And we put on a performance in the fall and a performance in the spring. Currently, Richard Comer's daughter, Denise Dillard, is now president of the board of directors, and she is continuing that commitment with the visual and performing arts program.
So you have something coming up this fall?
Oh yes.
And what day, what month?
Well, we always do a holiday program for the fall. And 2 years ago we did Annie in the spring, and we did this year The Wiz.
The Wiz.
Yeah. So
this was in Gary?
In Gary, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So we're right now in the discussion of, is it Sister Act 2 or is it Mary Poppins? So we'll have to have more discussion.
I hope it leads to Sister Act 2. I'm a fan of that song.
Oh, really?
Right. It's a few gospel songs that's my favorite.
Yes.
I love that old school gospel music. That oh my God, you know what I mean? That wake you up in the morning, that Amazing Grace or that Precious Lord.
Oh yeah.
If I may attempt to sing one, so I'm going to stop naming my favorite ones. And so, wow, I just cannot get past that good old gospel music. Now, it's been a study saying that we should learn foreign languages like in second grade, first grade, early on. And we know the United States practice, or this region practice, teaching foreign languages, sometimes in middle school, but for sure in high school. Do you think music should be taught, and it should be a staple in elementary?
Absolutely, and it's not because it is a supreme passion of mine. I have seen students just come alive through the arts, be it visual or be it performing arts. And that's one of the reasons why we have such an integration of the arts and Shakespeare with this experience that's going to happen in the summer of 2019 from July 13th to the 28th. Also, we do have still a few more slots open, and if individuals would like to take advantage of this, they can reach us on our website at www.leapintolondon.org, or they may call me directly.
And what's that website again?
www.leapintolondon.org.
Okay.
Or they may contact me directly at 219-292-5067.
And these slots are to travel over to London?
To travel to London in the summer of 2019.
What is the cost for that?
If the students and participants are going to be staying for a 2-week period, for round-trip fare from Chicago to Heathrow Airport and back, meals, hotels, touring sites, the entire package is $3,680. If we have educators who would like to go, and they can either take the first week or the second week. And the only change in their itinerary, they will experience the itinerary for that week that they're there, but they would only have to arrange their air travel. And that cost would be $1,680.
This sounds like a steal.
For 1 week. So they could either go from the 13th through the 20th or the 20th through the 28th.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a deal.
Yeah, but to determine which of those weeks you'd like, I would advise them to go look at the itinerary on the website, because it's clearly laid out.
Indeed. After these commercial breaks, we're going to talk a little bit about your role at Aspire Charter School.
Certainly. These
commercial breaks are brought to you by Finish Line Auto, located in Hammond, Indiana. And we are back to Andre Renee's Creative Cafe. We are here with Mr. Donald Thompson. He's more than just a music teacher. He's much, much more. How would we describe your titles? And don't be shy.
That's a question I've never been asked before.
Okay.
But I would describe my title as a global citizen of the world.
Or how about a global, look at me right, a global citizen ambassador, because you're teaching children to be global citizens as well.
Absolutely, an ambassador. And one of the things that we were talking in break about the role that I have been asked to have at Aspire Charter Academy. Students are, I'm really blessed to be a part of that program because our principal, Renee Robinson, and our director of school quality, Ms. Stacy Bennett, they have embraced the curriculum that we teach through music education. And basically it is what we refer to as cross-curricular and interdisciplinary instruction. Whereas students are taught they're taught math, social studies, science, and language arts through the lens of music education. And that is a program that I think does not happen in many schools. And I'm really very, very proud to be a part of a very progressive group of educators and instructors who have adopted this format of teaching.
When your colleague was telling me about what you do as I was touring the school, because we are happy to say that Aspire and I have collaborated, my children's books will be inside the school.
Fantastic.
And so we're so excited. So as I had my meeting with one of your professionals, she was telling me everything that you do. And since I'm a band person, I was floored. I wish we had these opportunities. Back then, my band teacher, Mr. Horn, was a wonderful band teacher and a strong disciplinarian. You were taught discipline. I remember that. When I say his name, I cringed. That's the pause was all about, because Mr. Horn know what to do with that paddle.
Yeah.
And so if we had these opportunities back there to study abroad and to learn the cultures, you said 250
cultures reside in London, England as we speak.
Can you imagine the horizon, how broad it would be for a child? A 12-year-old, well, you know, because you're there. So this is huge. Do you know any other schools just doing what you're doing?
No, I believe, and right now, Aspire Charter Academy, National Heritage Academy has 87 schools nationwide.
Indeed, yes.
And we are one of those 87. And this program of study abroad is being offered to middle schoolers, and we follow the students who graduate from 8th grade to high school to continually involve them in this program. And to my knowledge, there is not one other school in our area that is providing such a program. And it's supported by our board. Our principal, Mrs. Robinson, will be traveling with us. Our director of school quality will be traveling with us, Stacy Bennett, and also the board president, Denise Dillard, will also be traveling with us on this excursion in 2019.
And she's the daughter of the
She's the daughter of the founder, the late Richard J. Comer.
That is so awesome. Wow. I remember you told me, side note, or huge note actually, that you were sure that they would not remove the music program from this school.
No, they will not.
That's wonderful.
No,
because we need that. So many schools, that's the first thing that's removed.
Music and art.
Right. Who does that?
Yeah, that was one of my decisions to get a license and a degree in elementary education. I figured that I could teach 4th grade and have a choir after school.
Indeed, indeed. That's wonderful. We have a segment on the show. It's called What Would Jesus Do? And keeping on the topic that we're doing right now, what would Jesus do? Would Jesus actually, if he was still here, living, kicking it with us, would he play a musical instrument?
Yeah, I think he would. I think the violin.
The violin?
Yes.
I was going with the harp.
Really? Well, I was thinking lyre, but the harp would be a little bit more
hard to carry around too, right?
Yeah.
That's what the disciples are for. He would say, hey, yo, Peter, John, Matthew, pick up that harp. We're going to the next city.
That's it.
Get the sand out of my heart, man.
Yeah, but we were both right. We were in the string family.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, I guess I thought the harp, because of the heavenly thing.
Yeah. But the violin could give you that as well.
Yeah. Go to Andre Renee's Creative Cafe. Let us know, do you think Jesus will play the violin, the harp, or the drums, the harmonica? I mean, if Jesus was here, maybe harmonica, who knows? Go to our page, tell us what you think. We thank Mr. Thompson from Aspire, from LEAP, from coming out. We thank God for what you do. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you, and it was a pleasure.
We want to have you back so you can give us an update. Tune in every day, every Sunday at 6:30, Andre Renee's Creative Cafe, and follow our page. God bless you. We love you.